If you clicked on this video, you may be familiar with the concept of VTubers. In case you aren't, VTubers are streamers that essentially use anime-style avatars to play games, perform original songs or covers, and also provides hours upon hours of entertainment. This is a landscape that has only grown in the last 5 years and keeps growing. It's also a very competitive game. With so many new VTubers coming out every year, it's become this battlefield of who can stand out the most when it comes to their personality, their charisma, and what talent they bring to the table. And quite frankly, it's been such a fun ride so far, and I'm here to tell you what the art of VTubing has done to my life and how it saved it. Hi, my name is Yui Tachibana, and I've been a VTuber since February 2024. Having witnessed a lot of things in the industry, I can tell you this: the art of VTubing is pretty unique and also an incredible piece of culture. Now, how did I get into VTubing in the first place? Well, my lifetime goal is to be a screenwriter and to tell people my stories. I have a hobby of watching movies where I have gotten lots of ideas to write my own and show to the world. I've also been online pretty much my whole life. Who remembers when we had to watch episodes of Toradora in parts on YouTube in the late 2000s? As YouTube went on to have its Let's Play phase take over the website in the early to mid 2010s, which is still alive and strong today, a certain company stood out to me named Hololive Productions. I discovered them in late 2021 thanks to the video game Neptunia Virtual Stars, where members like Sakura Miko made cameo appearances. I gathered interest in her and found out about this whole VTubing craze that was going on in Japan and was spreading to other countries as well, thanks to agencies like VShoujo. We wouldn't be here without Kisuna Ai, who I found enjoyment in watching her last days before her indefinite hiatus in 2022. I figured out about more VTubers out there who would stand out to me, including VShoujo's Natasha Nianners, who I found enjoyment in her adult humor for a bit. The one who stood out to me the most though is Mori Calliope of Hololive English. At the time, I found this absolutely beautiful woman and talented recording artist. I was in a dark place where I would have depression and constant emotional issues. I grew up without a father figure and didn't know where my future was headed. While I did have my hobbies, I just didn't have the motive yet to keep pushing through and fulfill my dreams. I'm a college dropout on top of that, and as time passed, I ended up finding Mori Calliope's channel and was blown away by how talented she was. She gets too much hate for real. Songs like End of a Life, as well as songs like Resting Power and Lose Lose Days off her Unalive album, showed me lyrically that she can relate to a lot of people who have been down this road before, where there could still be hope at the end of the tunnel, where the stars shine. And I was in love. Mori Calliope introduced me to the talents of Hololive English, who have been solidified as a major point in VTuber history, where the attention for them was only increasing. Now, along with that came a whole cast of newstubers, or VTuber commentators, however you would call them. Channels like Fallside and Depressed Newsagi, as well as newcomers such as Rima Evenstar, have created this subgenre in the VTuber community where they would speak about the VTubers themselves. Now, some people may have some thoughts about them, and I can understand where they are coming from, but I did find some inspiration for myself to put myself in this position where I could join them and try to stand out in the crowd. Now, I am one to speak my mind about a lot of things, write them down and narrate them, release them onto YouTube, but truth be told, it isn't as easy as you may think. First of all, there is a lot of research that comes with talking about the topics that you are willing to cover and featuring the best of the best when it comes to your stance/bias, editing, consistency, and everything in between. There is also this pressure to be someone that only you can be. There is a lot of content out there, and I mean a lot, so it can get to be quite a lot. It's also motivation to never stop if you make it very far, but not yet really reaching your goal. Rima in less than a year got collaborations, donathons, and even convention appearances, so like, that is why I think I never stopped hustling, cause you never know where this career is gonna take you. I am very proud of all the VTubers that have made it into the game and have been solidified as part of the community. I thrive one day to be someone who gets super chats and is looked up to as a role model, cause my duty as Yui Tachibana is to make someone happy. VTubing is also a very nice way for people who wouldn't want their real faces out there to perform as characters that'll brighten someone else's day. I think that is really inspirational. No matter if you're interacting with a VTuber or an ordinary human streamer, they are capable of being the role model for a generation. Case in point, Iron Mouse. She needs no introduction at this point. She is the queen of Twitch VTubing, and in case you don't know her situation, she suffers from a disease that keeps her bedridden, but it does not hold her back in the slightest. She has went on to make a name for herself, became one of the top earning streamers on Twitch in general, broke records, and even winning legit awards. For someone diagnosed with a disease, this is an incredible feat, and it serves as motivation that no matter what's going on, that you too can make a name for yourself. Another point, depending on where you are, there's still the power of the corporation that holds the rights to your character's name, if you're a part of one, and depending on how their reputation is. If you're a corpo like say Hololive or Face Connect, you can count on them to be very supportive of your talent and provide you with as much support as possible, grant you opportunities to show your max potential. However, there's been this ongoing burst of the bubble lately, where we're seeing the cracks open. As you all know, Niji Sanji has seen better days lately. It's gotten to where people are concerned that the new members don't stand a chance, months after the Selen Tatsuki drama occurred. We've seen corpos close their doors completely as well, laying off VTubers from their generations, and just the amount of drama in general that occurs on Twitter when it comes to VTubers can really get to you. Some people accuse some VTubers of putting on this kawaii accent that is just tight-knit tradition of anime characters at this point, and say this attracts a sus audience, that they're just putting on an act that isn't genuine. My response to that, it's their choice if they want to speak like that. It's what they bring to the table that really matters in the end. Not everyone has to be the same though, and to me that is beautiful. You get the opportunity to watch VTubers of all shapes and sizes. Differences and versatility really go a long way when it comes to being open-minded and finding which VTuber is right for you, should you want to get into the landscape if you haven't already. The reason I became a VTuber despite wanting to be a screenwriter is to gain experience, to show the world I have potential to tell stories and be a positive role model to people. Having gathered just 1,500 subscribers at the time of recording this video, I was able to get some videos that broke over 10,000 views, one with over 30k and one with over 65k. There is, however, some flops here and there that I have to deal with, considering that I rely on the algorithm to carry me into relevancy, which is another point. You can't always expect the algorithm to do all the heavy lifting. Might get you a couple of views and subscribers here and there, but what really matters is the quality and presentation of your content that stands out to the audience, to the point they may call you underrated and show your videos to their friends, overall giving you more exposure. As seen with Rima, she very well knows her stuff, and it got the actual VTubers she's talking about to react to her videos about them, and it is just so inspiring to see. I look up to her as an unofficial mentor or teacher, being a student of the VTuber community and underdog at the moment. I'm ready to show the world that I can be their sunshine, if they would like me to, and that's how VTubers saved my life. Who is your favorite VTuber and what stands out about them to you? Let me know in the comments below. Please support my Patreon, my Ko-fi, and follow my Twitter. Subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thanks for watching. This is your sunshine Yui Tachibana, signing out.